So, I've been sent this disc by Graff. It's the Graff Black. Now they're more known for their woodworking discs, a Graff, but this one's for metal. It's very much like a disc that you would use for cutting masonry. It's got this diamond edge. Well, I say it's diamond, but you know it's probably not. It's probably some, you know, similar. It's come all the way from Russia, Minsk, and we're going to give it a go. It's basically for rough cutting rather than precision work. It's quite light because the actual disc itself is quite thin, because the coating on the edge itself is only, let's see if we can show you, 1.5 mil thick, which is just under a 1/16 of an inch. So you're going to get a fairly narrow cut. Let's say it's for rough cutting rather than precision work. They do also say you shouldn't use it for more than 50 seconds at a time, and give it 10 seconds sort of breathing time in between cuts, which I suppose, depending on what you're doing, you possibly would do anyway. So there you go, we'll see what happens. It's not recommended for anything thick, basically thin stuff. So we're going to try some 1/8 angle iron to start with. I think it's not clear on their site. They say for thin walls. They don't specify, but I think they're thinking of 1/8 is about maximum. Now it doesn't feel to bite in as quickly as a traditional disc. As you can see, there's very little sparks, and it's not that slow, but it does have a hell of a burr. Now they do say so on in their blurb that it does leave a burr, which is why they recommend it just for rough cutting. But what I didn't realise when I made this video, I've since discovered, is that they say you can actually use it for grinding as well. So once you've cut, let's just try this the other way around. Once you've cut it and you've got your burr, you could actually just quickly run it over the edge to get rid of the burr. That, as I say, I didn't realise when I was actually doing this. You see there's very few sparks, there's no dust, which is, I like. Again, quite a nasty burr. But depending on what you're doing with it, you know, you can deal with that at the time. Now let's go up to 3/16. This is probably at its sort of its limit, although they do say it can cut rebar, but you know, what size rebar they're thinking of, I don't really know. But it still goes through okay. It does. It's something you need to get used to. It doesn't feel quite like a traditional cutting disc. That feels more planted as you're cutting through. This feels a little bit sort of all over the place. And again, you've got the burr. I'm just going to whip that off. As I say, I could have done it with the disc, but I hadn't realised you could do it until I reread the bump. Now they do say again that one of these discs will last as long as 80 ordinary discs. That is yet to be seen. Let's try this thin walled tube. Seems to cut quite nicely through that. I don't know, it's probably because there's two sides keeping it more stable. But yeah, that cuts through that quite nicely. Again, still the burr. But as I say, once you're aware that there is going to be the burr, you can deal with it as you're, you know, on the job. So let's try it on a bit of sheet metal, as they do say it's good for sheet metal. So I've just got this clamped to my anvil. Hopefully I won't cut through it like I did with my plasma cutter. Now that cuts quite nicely, but again it sort of doesn't feel as planted as an ordinary disc. Although it seems to be coping with it really well. Still not as fast, but depends what you want to do with it. You know, if you're going to get through an awful lot of discs, ordinary discs, and you've got some rough cutting to do, this could be a really useful bit of kit. And that was a few seconds worth of cutting. So let's just have a little feel. It hasn't even, looks like it's even touched the disc, and it's cold. Stone cold, well not stone cold, but it's vaguely warm, but it hasn't seemed to have touched the diamonds at all. I know we haven't done an awful lot, but you might have expected it to dull slightly, but there is again your problem. Well, it's not really a problem, it's a huge burr compared with normal, and I'll show you what happens if you leave the burrs on things. 25 years or more ago, someone was using a cold saw, didn't take the burr off, put the piece of metal back in the rack, and that's what I ended up with. It's nearly gone now, but that was 25 odd years ago. I put my arm into the rack to pick out another piece of steel, and it sliced me open down to the bone. But there you go, so that's a bit of a warning. So that really needs to come off. But again, if you're aware of it, it's not an issue. So I'm just going to run the grinder across the bottom of that, because I'm going to use that. That's going to be kicking about the workshop for a while. Easy to get rid of. Get that one into the bin. So, what do we think so far? I'm quite impressed. It's not as quick, but it doesn't appear to be wearing at all yet. You can put it on either way, it'll go both ways, so not handed at all. I think it's definitely got its use. Let's just do a quick comparison. Let's put up the same stuff with a traditional disc. So we'll start with the 1/8 angle again. This is a fairly good quality disc. It's a Smith & Arrow. I use a lot of their stuff, and it's pretty good. Now, it bites in immediately, but also immediately is you're aware of the dust and the sparks. You don't have quite so much burr. There is a tiny burr under there, but it's not one that I would worry about. Let's try the thicker one again. Again, I wasn't aware of it when I was doing this, when I was actually filming it, but the dust is quite substantial, and the sparks. And again, very little in the way of a burr. So let's try the pipe, just to do proper comparisons. And again, look at the dust and the sparks. If you were working in a confined space, I think I'd be preferring to use the other one. So let's try a bit of sheet metal. I do cut quite a bit of sheet metal with the traditional discs. Exactly the same setup as before. Again, you can see the dust. I never noticed that before. I know the the metal is chattering a little bit, which you do get if you're cutting sheet metal. You can't always get it secured down tight, and look at that. That's used one hell of a lot of disc. That's virtually gone, and that was what, 10 inches a cut, and I know it was chattering, but even so, and you haven't got much in the way of a burr. But I think if you were doing a lot of that, you'd enough get through some discs. Again, you can see very little burr. So what do we think? I think you've got your traditional and you've got your new Graff. They've both got their uses. I would still use the traditional one for certain things, and I will definitely be using this one, the new Graff, for a lot of things. Yeah, it's one of those things. You take your choice, but if it will last up to 80 traditional discs, then it's certainly got its uses, so especially on this sheet metal. So there you go. I quite like it. I'm going to be using it quite often, I think. Just before I go, I have a spare one of these which I'm going to do a giveaway with. So if you're interested in winning it, just put win in the comments with any other comment you want to put in, but put in win so I can wheedle you out the people who want to win it and whose don't. And in about a week's time I'll do another video and we'll get the random generator up and we'll pick a winner. So there you go. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.